Where's that coming from? So here we are. We're back at the 2025 Midsummer Classic. Flashback after beating Moneyline could not continue because they were having some physical issues with some players. So we're right on time basically for this first championship game. So Hex catches a break. They'll have to win twice. And Hex went with the same lineup.
Come on, different game, guys.
Ostrom walks to lead the game off. And here's Holstein to Villarreal over to Mercado. That's all they get. So Mark Holstein has not been elevating the ball today. He's been struggling a little bit. And he hit it hard. Sorry, folks. Was not expecting this game to start this early. Here's Al Rice. Hold that for a second. So my good friend Jimmy helping me out here. Whoa. So Al Rice here.
Hey, boy. Come on, Rob. Al, let's go.
And there's a second walk of the inning by Israel Sanchez.
Rob, make her hurt now. Make her hurt, Rob.
We got everything kind of foisted upon us here.
Hey, one.
Okay, there we go. So we got Rob Scahill in the box. 2 runners on, 1 out here. Top of the first championship game. Scahill takes a strike. So 45 should have had time off for winning the winners bracket, but they elected to just play. They didn't want to sit around. And that's the third walk of the inning.
Hey, be patient, do a job.
So now the question is, of course, Israel in his 50s. The question is, maybe would a little rest have helped maybe Israel recover? We'll see. He's walked the bases loaded here. And it brings up Greco, a little slow roller to Villarreal, and he doesn't handle it. And Hex grabs their first lead in these 2 games against the 45s, 1-0. So one of the walks is scored. Here comes Nick Casano. We'll see if Hex gets a little juice due to the fact that they didn't have to play, and that ball's going to blow. And that should have been an infield fly rule. So Casano's pops up.
Stay on, Rick. Hey, Richie, stay high here. 1-3, stay high here.
They have not changed the scoreboard. I believe it's 1-0 Hex.
Come on, pick this up. Come on, Rich. Come on, Rich. Everything into 2 here, Rich. Come on, Rich.
Did you guys score a run?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, because they didn't change the scoreboard. Of course, the scorekeeper is trying to hustle and get lineups in. So here's Battistoni. Bases are loaded. And if you're Hex, you don't want to let an opportunity when a guy walks 3 guys, you don't want to let him off the hook. And Battistoni, Mercado, the spin. Great play by Nate Mercado. Looked like he snuck a hit through there. Nate with the catch and the spin. And they keep the damage to 1 run as we go to the bottom of the first. So we told you the 45s have been playing smothering defense today. The error by Villarreal was really the only bobble they've really had. And the reason the run scored was because of the 3 walks. So And when a team gives you 3 walks in an inning, you got to punish them. So if you're the 45s, you got to be ecstatic. So we head to the bottom of the first. The only change the 45s have made from the first game is Larry Downs is in the lineup. Big Kevin Noss is sitting on the bench this one. So it's going to be Sanchez, Mercado, and Mastari. Well, we talk all the time about how good Nate Mercado is as a two-way player. And he's got ridiculous range, especially up the middle. He might have the best range moving up the middle of about any shortstop in the game. So we're at about, this actually started, Pat, Flashback won that money line game, and they would have had to play their 5th game of the day, and they basically couldn't field a team. So a lot of their guys were cramping up and starting to hit that wall. It was a great effort by them today, but they just couldn't field a team. And with the no glove coming up and everything else, they decided to look ahead, and they told us they couldn't go. And normally we'd be very upset, but with the weather this weekend and what it was today, it's pretty hard to fault the team. I know the money line guys are probably not happy. They were short-handed as well. But the money line got to come back. I think that might have been, I don't know if that was money line's first or second game of the day. I think it was their second game of the day. So there's a ball up the middle. Mercado, base hit. 1-out base hit here. Again, I'll get to the rules and everything, folks. I thought I was going to be able to eat a couple of pieces of chicken, and that got interrupted. So if you see the camera bounce off the carpet, it might be because Gio passed out. So there's a high fly ball. Al Rice is there, and he makes the catch. Very bad throw, though. I think he thought that Nate was going to tag anyway, but he kind of flipped it in there. So Al, after having some kind of lower leg injury, I think it was just a cramp, is back out in right field trying to give it a go. So 2 outs now, 1-0 ball game. Chris Lentine trying to tie it up. So there's a 2-out walk, and it brings up Moretti.
Let's go, fellas, let's go.
Sorry, folks. My headset's all screwed up. So 2-out opportunity here for... Well, Flashback beat money line. And that they played 4 games in the heat, and they just had problems. They said they couldn't field a team. So Casanos, a little bobble throw to the plate, safe. Mercado scores. Everybody else moves up a bag. Casanos got to it, and then he bobbled it. And 45s have come right back to tie the ball game here in the bottom of the first inning.
Didn't get away very far. Jimmy, good ball, Jimmy. Jimmy, good ball.
So Marola can put them on top here. First championship game. The 45s win, they're the champs. If Hex wins, there will be an if game. Both teams playing their second game of the day. And there's a flip shot, and Marola comes through. 2-run score, 3-1. So the 45s brings up Adam Haas. And there's a little roller and Rory Oakley. So Mike Marola, big 2-out hit, will head to the top of the second. And it's 3-1. So for you newbies, because of all the confusion here, we'll explain some rules. This is Chicago style 16-inch softball. We use a clincher. It is not a mush ball. Comes out very firm out of the box, maintains its consistency. 60-foot bases. You lead off, you can't steal. 38 feet from the rubber to the point of home plate. Pitcher gets 2 fakes or hesitation. Third arm action must be to deliver the ball home. Fake or hesitation to a base is considered one of your fakes or hesitation. 6-12 on the arc, open count. We swing heavy bats up to 38 ounces, 34 inches long, 2 1/4 on the barrel. So here's Rory Oakley leading off the second inning here. And Rory, a little roller, Israel knocks it down and makes the throw for out number 1. Brings up Nick Kimmer.
Come on, Kimmer.
And the Hex missed the golden opportunity. Israel Sanchez uncharacteristically walked 3 guys in the first inning, and they were only able to push 1 run across. And the big play in that inning was Nate Mercado's spinning throw after he ranged far up the middle.
These are right here, kid.
So now Israel complaining about a pitch. And I think the umpire told him, Jimmy, thank you. So here's Nick Kimmer, first base coach. I don't know why they want to stand that close to the line. I know Jimmy a long time. He played on the Dog Pound when Brian Toomey was running that team. And I was on there. Those were pre-Mudville. So another walk by Izzy Sanchez. He's got 4 already in the ball game, and it brings up Brian Sloan. And if you're Hex, you got to start taking advantage of these free passes. And Sloan right to Villarreal.
Hey, good idea, Sloan.
Good read there. And Danny, I talked about him in the past. He started out as a center fielder. He's got real good feet, and he reads the ball real well. So 1 out now. Donnie Sullivan with Curtis Ostrom on deck. And Donnie finds a hit. And Nick Kimmer will make it to second. And they were not playing Donnie as deep as they were some of the other bigger hitters. And that allowed Chuck to go ahead and have an opportunity to maybe throw. And I think Jimmy Moretti asking him about which side. Here comes Curtis Ostrom. Curtis's last at-bat last game, he threw it into right field. That's not really where he goes the majority of the time. But he went back there that way, little inside out swing, and the right fielder makes the catch. So Mike Marola, big hit and a big play there. We'll head to the bottom of the second, 3-1-45's first championship game at the 2025 SSA Midsummer Classic here in Melrose Park, Illinois. Third leg of the Chicago Summer Series. And Hex is still searching for that little something to really get him plugged in. 4 walks in 2 innings, and they have not taken advantage of it. The first walk, Curtis Ostrom did score, but you got to do a little better than that when the other team's giving you free base runners. So it's going to be Danny Villarreal, Larry Downs getting the start this game, Israel Sanchez. And there's a chopper off of Sloan. Now it's in no man's land. Villarreal's going to try it, and he'll be safe. Donnie's throw, Kimmer had to reach for it. He had Villarreal doing the head-first dive, and he was out extended over Danny's body, and the ball went off his fingertips. Here's the ageless one, Larry Downs. And Downs right to Rory. Good base running by Villarreal. He did not stray too far.
What? Stay there, stay there, stay there.
Well, that would be certainly interesting if that rumor was true. Then you're going to have a little bit of a log jam in the outfield. Here's Israel. He cuts a base hit. Villarreal turning. The throw by Rice comes into the cutoff man. Runners on the corner now. 1 out for Chuck Regaldo. Chuck's done a better job this year of barreling up on more balls. He's a tremendous center fielder. And he pops that. That's going to be foul. Al Rice banging into the fence. When you're nursing maybe a sore leg off a hard cramp, the last thing you want to do is slide into a fence and bang around. And again, not having Mikey Oliver has affected their outfield because Donnie Sullivan would normally be in right field. So new life for Chuck. Excuse me. And Chuck hits a fly ball. That'll drive a run in. 45s push out to a 3-run lead.
Hey, way to get in quick, Donnie.
Top of the lineup now, Anthony Sanchez. And I think if the 45s can push out a little bit, they may start to taste it. Look much better. This is the best of 45s have looked Sunday. We knew it was coming, and it's not a good sign if you're the rest of softball, as we got some other teams playing well on Sundays, but it should make for exciting softball the rest of the season. So on the reset, back with Anthony. Sanchez goes opposite field. Curtis is there, and he makes the catch. So 4-1. We'll head to the top of the third.
Hey, let's hit. Let's go.
So Heck's trying to stay up, having a little meeting here.
Hey, let's go.
And it's
Let's go, guys. Come on, guys, stay up. Stay up. We want this position since the winter time. We wanted this since the dome. Let's go.
Everybody's hitting. Everyone's hitting. Everybody hit. Please hit all around.
that ball's on the plate again. Home plate been jumping around this whole game. And Holstein, a rocket. Israel gets a hand on it. Safe. And that's an example of Izzy being a left-handed thrower, and it hurt him. So he got all spun around on the hard rocket by Holstein. So leadoff man on for Al Rice. Scahill on deck. And Al trying something a little different. He tries to flip the right field line. So Al Rice, we don't see that too often out of Al. Don't know if that's a product of the leg issue. I mean, he's walking okay. Every time he runs a little bit, he kind of grimaces a little bit. And Al shoots it just over Villarreal. Marola gets on it quick. You can see he's bent over. And now there's a timeout. So now Tommy is going to come in. Tommy Cortlet. Okay, I thought it was Connor. It's Tommy. Some bad handwriting. I got to talk to V about that.
Hey, Mark, turn and look.
So they do have.
Come on, Rob.
Brandon Bartleman here, I believe.
All right, let's go, Rob. Going better,
So
Rob.
they do have an outfielder they can put in the game. Yeah, there's Randy. So 4-1 game, nobody out, 2 on. Heck's trying to get back in it, and there's a hard ground ball. Villarreal, a little bobble. And
But I don't know if you saw it.
And Nate Mercado was spinning when he caught the ball. Waved that foot over the bag, and according to the umpires right there, tapped it. So runners on the corner now. It's very rare, but Danny Villaria actually bobbled something today. And it brings up Mike Greco. And Greco spins that over to Heck's dugout.
Let's go! Come on, Greco!
And Mike sweeps it the other way. Sanchez can't get to it. Second run will score for Hex. And it's a 4-2 ball game.
Come on, dial in right now!
Next Sunday, let's go.
And here comes Nick Casanos
That's the level, right on it!
Hey, turn and look, Rob. Let's score you.
here in the top of the third.
Why you make an error?
Casanos deep down the right field line. That's going to be a well on play.
Have patience! Hell yeah. Stop the shit. Who was it? Right. I told you that's what he's going to do. I'm trying to get that ball foul. You know he's going to chirp. Yeah, no. I just did him.
Come on, Nick. Rick, you got it at home.
So here's Nick Casanos.
Can't let him go. Stop.
And he reached badly, and that ball is a flare, but Mercado, and it drops.
On the base, on the base, on the base.
Here, go, make it.
Looked like Sanchez was going to make the catch. Nate was calling it,
Thank you.
Make it hurry.
and I think the wind might have pushed that away. Nate reached up last minute, put his hand up there, and deflected it away from Anthony Sanchez. So the bases are loaded, one out for Richie Battistoni.
Come on. Fucking go back to your swing. Good eye. Hey, here we go, 1-3. Here we go. Come on, it's there.
So Hex had the bases loaded in the first inning, only scored a run. Now they got the bases loaded, run in, and Richie, and that's a little flare. Anthony makes the catch, no tag. Right now, Hex has had some golden opportunities.
Pick this up, Rory.
It's up to Rory Okray now. But the 45s are going to escape another bases loaded jam, only giving up a run.
Each other up here, Heck. Niner, let's go.
And Richie's been hitting the ball well to left center field. Okray, a little roller. Mastari. And 45s get out of that mess, only giving up a run. So a little lack of execution there. So Tommy Cortlett will stay in the game and go out to right field. Heck's got a little bad juju working right now. They were frustrated in the first game, and they have had two glorious opportunities to put up crooked numbers, and they haven't been able to do it. And it's going to be Sanchez, Mercado, Mastari, and Lentine here in the bottom of the third. Got some Hex coaches muttering to themselves. Again, sometimes you got to have an idea of what you want to do in the box, and you got to be patient. And some of these Hex hitters seem to be swinging at some bad pitches, and Israel's been all over the place. .45 is not as crisp in this game, but still have only given up a deuce. And there's a... And that cross breeze held that up.
Hey, one. Good job, Curdy.
think without this cross breeze, that ball might have been out of play, but it's about 3 feet by the fence.
Stay there, stay there.
Brings up the starry. It's a deep in the gap. Ostrom won't get there. Got 2 hands on it. And Mastari is going to stand up with a triple. So right now he is red hot. And again, Curtis running to the gap, did get 2 hands on it. He was playing toward the line more. And that little cross breeze kept pushing it away. Couldn't get there. So 1 out now. Easy RBI opportunity for Crystal and team.
Get it out here, get it out.
With Jimmy Moretti on deck.
Good job. Good job, Score. Patient, dedicated. One out. No, deep. 20. Aggressive. Go, Chris. Go.
Chris, a little hard ground ball. Oakley thought about it, but
Good job, Robert.
he throws it to first. I don't think they would have gotten a starry. That's a good decision. So 2 outs now, 5-2 ball game. There's a little ground ball to Kimmer. Long throw. He trapped it against his shoulder. That might have been a little bit of a break. A couple of giggles on the
Hey, let's go.
dugout, but he did trap it on his shoulder there. I think that was the right call.
Oh, pick me up. Hey, my bad.
So we're going to head to the top of the 4th.
Hey, 5-2. It's not 15. Pick me up here. Pick me up.
3 hits in a row. Let's go.
It's going to be Nick Kimmer, Ryan Sloan, Donnie Sullivan, bottom third of the lineup. Coming up here for Hex. And it's pretty shocking because Hex have been scoring lots of runs, especially with the wind blowing out. And today they're just not swinging the bats good.
I thought I went like this. But if it was like that, then I didn't.
And Kimmer swings and Sanchez with a nice catch. He robs Kimmer. Start the inning, and here's Brian Sloan. And that's what happens when it rains, it pours. Even when you hit something good, a guy makes a better defensive play. And there's a grounder, and Israel handled that. Again, anything up in the air. Izzy, a former first baseman, made the catch. So we'd like to thank all the teams that came out this weekend, battled the heat, and battled each other. Here's Donnie Sullivan. And Donnie, a little roller to Mercado, and they get him at first. So we'll head halfway through, 5-2, 45s. We'd also like to thank the Veterans Park District, Joseph Rico, Richie Orico, the magician, getting the fields going. And you can tell he's done a great job with all of them. Hot weather and wind, we have not seen a lot of dust flying around. So Richie did a great job. We had rain Wednesday hard into Thursday. In the morning, the fields were not in great shape. And he got them ready Thursday, and then it rained again late afternoon, and they were perfect when we started this thing.
Hey, here we at?
Let's go.
How about some of that you're on?
Keep us here now.
Right now, we gotta stop right now. Hey, come on, Mike. You don't need off right here, kid.
And leading off so far, Mike Marola has been playing a very good right field. Got the huge hit in the first inning to give the 45s a 3-1 lead driving into. And Mikey's having a real solid year. He's played some infield for him. He's played the outfield. He even pitched a few games.
Hey, Richie, 21, man.
And there's a sky-high pop-up, and Donnie Sullivan makes the play.
Rory, you last. I was paying attention.
Adam Moss trying to get something started here, 1 out. And Adam goes to the gap. Curtis can't get there. Sullivan cuts it off. And Adam Haas has himself a double. So the 45s may be trying to put a vice grip on this thing.
Hey! Yeah, Roar. Hey, middle left. Adam.
Oh, double down, kid. You wide open right there. Over there. Line it through right there. Line it through.
Get my backs because I'm running. I'm running straight through. I'm not coming back.
Kid.
On the laser, it was like
Down, line it through.
6 or so. Yeah, 200.
And Villaria, that's going to fade.
Right there, Roar, right there.
Over there by the Q's sponsorship sign.
Gold room. This, that. 6th round.
Yeah, it's pretty warm. Been out here all weekend. I got to admit, I'm running out of fumes. So, and the weird thing about this weekend, we've had like 0 clouds. So there's been like no break where like for an hour maybe it was overcast and you could avoid it. And it brings up Larry Downs. And Larry, trying to get it over to Gio, didn't quite have enough.
I mean, sometimes it feels like it.
Come on, Larry.
Nobody. You're good. You're good. Good. You're good.
And Larry, a little ground ball, Greco make the play. So we head to the 5th, still 5-2.
Come on. Now's the time.
Wait for us, you guys. Let's go.
Now's the time. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go, Curtis. We start with you.
So top of the lineup coming up for Hex. I'm going to grab a little water, folks. I'll be right back.
Hey, make him move. Hit it hard. Let's go. This is tired, man. Long day out here. Let's go. Fine. Keep fighting. Keep fighting. Keep fighting. They've been waiting for us.
Wait for us to go.
So top of the Hex lineup.
Come on, Kurt, be our leader, baby.
Your Hex. No better time to start a comeback than right now. And Curtis hits that way down by the plate. No, it hit the lamppost or something and bounced right back into the field of play. So that'll save us. Now we got a little cloud trying to block some sunlight. Not doing a very good job of it.
Let's go three.
And he reaches. Villarreal can't make the catch over the shoulder. Ostrom's going to burn and make it to third. So Curtis hit a little flare. Villarreal was probably a good 80 or 90 feet out onto the grass.
Marky, let's go, buddy.
Come on, Mark.
Got a couple of hands on it. Chuck was coming. So leadoff man on third. And Mark Holstein trying to go opposite field. And Curtis fakes like he's going to go. Now the ball's bouncing around. But comes back, and now here's Al Rice.
No, I wanted to score. That's just to see if I can beat his arm.
So here's Al Rice. And Al hits a rocket. Villarreal knocked it up in the air, couldn't recover. Another run scores. 5-3. That ball was scalded, and Danny timed it perfectly. Was able to bat it up in the air, but so Al's going to try to gut it out. If they run for him again, then he'd be out of the ball game. And you're only in the 5th inning, and he's a big stick for you. There's one out here.
What are we complaining about now? My God.
I don't really see what the discussion is, unless he's begging them to.
We check him in.
I'm not sure what they're arguing about.
Don't win like a cheap puck. Let's go, play. Come on, fellas.
I have no idea what that's about. Sorry, I have no idea what that's about. Now, our rule is if you're not on the lineup card but on the roster, you're eligible. I don't think that was it.
On the roster.
Unless they were begging for like a courtesy runner, which isn't allowed in tournament play.
Come on, Rob.
Because if they ran for him, he'd be out of the game. And nothing wrong with the 45 saying no to a request like that. But that discussion took way too long. And Scahill, Villarreal, and the Maluk lives, and he's shaking a hand.
Let's go. We got to jump on this.
So the 45s have not been as sharp as they were in the winter bracket championship game, but Hex has not taken advantage so far.
Don't hurt yourself. On the grass. What do you think?
And here comes Mike Greco. So 5-3, the plot thickens. And Greco launches it toward the alley, and that's down and through. We're gonna be 4, and they're gonna hold them. And we are tied at 5.
Run, Nick.
Let's go.
So Hex taking advantage this inning. 5-5 in the fifth. Little symmetry. And here's Casanos. He can put Hex ahead here. What you don't want is a line drive right at an infielder. And he comes through. So Hex has flipped the script.
Big job, Nick!
They flipped the script here.
Let's go!
And they've taken their first lead in these 2 games at 6-5, and it brings up Battistoni. So again, a couple of bloops, a couple of mishandled balls has opened the door. Battistoni up the middle, and Nate Mercado kicked it. And they're going to hold Casanos at third. And that's a dangerous play. Nate just kind of kicked at the ball. And the ball rolled into almost no man's land. Chuck Regaldo had to change direction to get to it. And he did a great job preventing another run from scoring. 6-5 Hex.
Hey, had a point, three. Freeze, had a point.
Good job, Nick. That a boy. Good shit.
Nothing to it, hit hard.
Find your bat here.
And here's Rory Oakley. And young Brandon Bartleman will come in to run. Brandon can scoot.
13.
They're just too scared.
And Rory, a slow roller to Mistari. And Jeff had problems. Another run scores. And this inning has turned into a nightmare for the 45s.
Hey, take it deep inside, thank you. Let's go. Pound on it now.
And here's Kimmer. Kimmer, a little roller. Moretti can't get there. He crossed in front of Villarreal and the ball went right through. Brandon Bartleman scores.
We're out of there.
I believe it's 8-5 now.
Hey, your ball.
Kelly Patton and Ram going to come out to slow things down. Again, Jimmy Moretti cut right in front of his short center.
Let's go.
And that ball went through his legs. This is the best.
Help yourself.
Again, they're not. Hex isn't doing anything special here. There's been a few bobbles. And Sloan up the middle, and he hits it past Moretti. The 9th run scores.
Let's fucking go. Keep the train rolling here. Keep the train rolling. Down and hard.
And it brings up Donnie Sullivan. 9-5. Big inning for Hex. This has been the biggest inning in either of these 2 games between the 2 teams. And Sullivan, a little roller, and he hits it up the middle. And the bases are loaded. They hold Kimmer.
Way to be, Daddy!
Now they got the top of the lineup with Curtis Ostrom. They got 9-5 on the board. I'll take one off.
Let's go.
We'll see if they change it.
Hey, show me something here.
It brings up Curtis Ostrom. So the 45 so crisp in that first game. And a little sloppy, and there's a roller. Mercado gets the fielder's choice at home. So good job there by Nate. Saw he had a shot at the plate, cuts off a run. You know, a lot of times on a ground ball like that, the runner at third is thinking he's going to try to get a double play. Ball wasn't hit hard enough to get Curtis Ostrom, and he saw an opening. Good job by Chris Lentine to stay on the base there as he Looked like he stumbled, and Holstein comes through. Another run in, and they'll hold him. Another run. So Holstein drives in two with 2 outs, 11-5. Here's Al Rice. So they've spun the lineup. Heck's a lot of energy right now. Now the interesting thing will be Brandon Bartleman. And Al goes big to the gap. Marola! Al Rice loses one. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. Al is struggling, and he'll Cadillac in with a 3-run bomb. 14-5 here, top of the 5th.
Guys, you got no
Scoreboard, it says 13, but that should be 14.
Hey, let's go, fellas. Win this one. Win this.
Let's go. Stay up, boys. Let's go. Game got all. Let's go. Let's go. Keep it up.
It brings up Scale, so a couple of big hits here for 2 outs. Israel was hoping the wind was going to calm down.
Let's go.
And there's a swing and a base hit. Scahill. Oh, I fell asleep. And now they're throwing the ball around like the Bad News Bears. And I think they're looking at the score too. I think the scorekeeper missed one on the scoreboard. Should be 14. And it brings up Greco. So right now, Hex is a run away from being in that mercy rule territory.
Go, Greg. Let's go, Greg.
And there's a little short flare. Sanchez calling it. Makes the catch. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. So Bartleman will stay in for Battistoni and play right. And they're going to move somebody behind the plate. I think Holstein's going to do it. They're going to let Al take a little weight off. And now they've corrected the scoreboard. It is 14-5. So the 45s wiggled out of a couple of early jams, but their defenses kind of fell asleep here. And that allowed Hex to roll up a big inning. If I'm not mistaken, it was either 5-2 or 5-3. So that was either an 11 or a 12-run inning there. So it's going to be Israel Sanchez, Chuck Regaldo, and then the top. And things have taken a dramatic turn here. The 2025 SSA Midsummer Classic, and Izzy just guides a single over the infield for a leadoff hit, and it brings up Chuck Regaldo. And Chuck, a little spinning foul. Yeah, the 45s are usually terrific defensively, but uncharacteristically. And Chuck goes hard, fair ball down the line. Bartleman will get it in. Israel will hustle to the third. And the 45's trying to punch back here. Now they got 2 on for their top and nobody out. So Anthony Sanchez, his father's standing over here at third base. And he hits a knuckleball into the gap. One scores, it pops over Donnie. Chuck will score. 2-run double for Sanchez. And they make it a 14-7 ball game.
Boy, 16.
And Richie going to use one of his mound visits. Try to settle Brian Sloan down. And it brings up Nate Mercado. Still nobody out here. All of a sudden, both teams are swinging the bat a little more aggressively. Jeff Mastari on deck.
Keep working, I like it.
Now, good ball.
Careful, Kurt.
And he walks him. So, pair of base runners here. Nobody out for Jeff Mastari. Jeff is more than capable of making this a 14-10 game with one swing.
Nobody in.
And they are deep across the outfield.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Again, I think now with Jeff, it's all about pitch selection. He goes hard to the alley. No one's getting that ball. This is going to be a 3-run bomb. Jeff Mastari's made it a 14-10 game. When I talk about pitch selection, that's what Jeff needs to do. He got that pitch. It looked like it was about mid-thigh, and he rode it up into that jet stream in right center, 14-10. This has been a crazy 5th inning.
We gotta reset now and get it out. Let's go. Still got the lead here. Let's
And here comes Chris Lentine.
Start over. In and out.
Let's go.
So the 45s with 5 on the board this inning. We got a brief respite from the wind here. And Chris Lentine continues the hit parade. Now Richie Battistoni does pitch, but the problem that they have is that Bartleman's in his slot. So they're thinking about maybe putting Eric Nedzilla in the pitch. Yes. Lima.
Let's go, E. Good game, Sloan. Way to go, buddy.
So they knocked Sloan out,
Way to go,
14
Sloan.
to
You all right?
10.
Let's go.
It looked like we were cruising toward an if game, and not so fast, said the 45s.
Hey, still +4 here no matter what. Let's get out of here, Chief.
Go, come on, guys.
You know they're going to hit. We're going out. You need to hit again, too. Long game still.
So it looked like a blowout. It's all of a sudden turned into a interesting ball game. You got Jimmy Moretti up right now with Mike Marola on deck.
Hey, let's go. Let's get it out.
Hey, twist, Vic. Let's go.
And again, when you get late on Sunday like this, you don't expect teams to quit.
Wait for yours. Come on, Jimmy. Right at E. Come on, kid. Come on, Eric.
So Nidzela rushed onto the mound,
Hey, boy.
grabs his
All the way
first
back,
strike.
Jimmy. All the way back.
And I'm not familiar. I don't know how much Eric has pitched. And he walked. Oh, so Jimmy Moretti trying to coax a walk out. Doesn't look like he's too upset with the call. I think he was going to take all the way there. And he just figured maybe try to calm the umpire.
Hey, Jimmy.
And that pitch is a ball. So now
Right side.
Mike Marola, the plot thickens,
Dominic. Check Brandon.
and Adam Haas is on deck, and Adam's been swinging well too.
Hey.
So the wheels are turning both sides of the diamond.
Come on, E. Come on, E.
There he threw another ball. Now he's just trying to lay it in there. Misses again. And this is a great thing to do. If you're the 45s, you got a guy, you don't know how much he pitches. Make the kid pitch. You don't know if he can throw a ball or a strike if you just swing at everything a guy throws up there. And that's outside, so he walks the first two guys. Now the bases are loaded, and they put the tying run
Watch middle.
in the box. I tell you, Big Mo's jumping around both sides of the field.
Wait for Adam to clean these off.
And the 45s now, they're going to make Eric throw a strike. They're in no hurry to swing the bats.
There you go, there you go. Hey, make a play here, let's go.
And there he hits it the other way.
Cut it.
And that'll score another run, 14-11.
Go one. Middle right. Sure, watch yourself.
Brings up Villaria. I wasn't a fan of that swing by Adam, I think. He likes to work the gap to gap, and he's trying to go down the left field line.
There you go.
If you're going to fly out, you'd rather see him pull something and maybe try to score one and move a couple over.
Come on, kid, let's go.
So Villaria taking a few pitches.
There you go.
And this is the first time that Eric has gotten ahead. And now with two strikes, Villaria needs to be aggressive. And he goes up the middle and he gets a hit. Moretti had to make sure he'll stop. Bases are loaded for Hall of Famer Larry Downs.
Rob, steal this. Steal this one.
Now Larry still runs good. You're going to have a hard time doubling Larry up. See if Larry can duplicate what his brother did. And he hits it in front of Bartleman. One run is in. Marola's going to score. Villaria. So, two-run single by the Hall of Famer makes this a one-run game at 14-13.
Keep it going.
It's a tale of two ball games. The first half of the game, and again, Eric Nidzela is in a tough situation. And here's the guy that started it all, Israel Sanchez. So they spin the lineup. He's the 12th hitter of the inning.
Nick, left hand, Nick. Over.
And Izzy taking a few pitches. And that might be a problem, and it drops. And Downs gets the second, and we are all tied. Crazy fifth inning. And again, you lose. This is an example of a trickle effect. You lose Mike Oliver. Your short outfielders. You got to juggle. You got Bartleman who went into Battistone's spot. And Richie's pitched a little bit. Here's Chuck, and he comes through. Downs is in. And Izzy's going to work his way into third. Chuck Regaldo, another big hit. And the 45s have reclaimed the lead, 15-14. Dare I say, this is bordering on becoming an instant classic. Maybe not from a beauty standpoint, but from an excitement standpoint. So both teams having ups and downs here in a crazy fifth. And now here's the top of the 45 lineup. They'll get two cracks at driving in two more. And after getting hit with an 11 or 12-run inning, the 45s are threatening to return the favor. They were down 14-5 coming in. They've scored 10. And Sanchez hits it up in the air, and Bartleman does make the catch. Chuck, an aggressive turn. That ball was dancing. The young outfielder got frozen on it. Had that knuckle action, dropped off the table, but he hung right in there. 11-run inning. If Nate gets a hit, this will be a 12-run inning, and I don't think I've seen two teams score 12 in the same inning. This is absolutely nuts. So whatever bad juju the 45s had about playing in Sunday, I think it's safe to say they buried that ghost. And Nate goes the other way, and Bartleman gets there. And that's a ball I don't think with Al's legs the way they are to get to. But my goodness, both teams put up a 12. Well, that was an 11. But a 12 and an 11-run inning in the fifth. And we head to the sixth. 45s now with a 2-run lead. So the 45s showing you how they've won all those titles and championships, and shown you, as they like to say, the championship DNA. And Hex with a young group now. Let's see how they respond. It's going to be Nick Casanos leading off here. Richie Battistone and Rory Okray.
And then I am also back there as well. Yeah, no, all good. Yeah, all good.
And Casanos, a chopper to Mercado. And Adam Haas with the sweet pick. So now Richie's going to re-enter. Interesting thing. I don't think Al can go back out to right. If he does, and Richie re-enters, then Richie stays in the game. They would have to take Bartleman out of right. And Richie base hit in front of Regaldo. So 1 out base runner, and they're going to re-enter. So Richie's going to be done for the game now. That's a big stick not to have, but you're chasing. And they would have had to make that move at the end of the inning anyway, because he would have had to go back into right field. And here's Okray, slow roller. Nate'll take the one out.
Yeah, Nate. Yeah.
And that ball got a little deep on it. Nate, it was kind of an awkward flip. He said, I almost threw my back out.
Come on, 10. Come on, 10.
So here's Kimmer.
Come on, 10. A lot of confidence, baby. Come on, Kimmer.
Nick Kimmer.
Go get it, Kimmer.
Come on, Nick.
Yeah, these top teams that have been good for a while, man.
Yes, sir.
Kimmer comes through.
Come on, Rory.
Rory's going to hustle in. Marola gets it in.
Come on, Kimmer.
Runners on the corner. Brings up Brian Sloan. And Brian can help his own cause here. Heck's trying to come right back. Put up 12, got hit with an 11. Trying to answer. Both teams fully engaged now. And Sloan a spinner, and Haas gets there. And we'll head to the bottom of the sixth. So a little bit of a threat goes by the wayside. Looking ahead to the Heck 7th. We'll have Donnie Sullivan in the top. And here come the 45s leading off, I believe, is Jeff Mastari. Jeff launched a big home run in that crazy 11-run inning. We got a bird checking out the festivities. We had a rabbit run through the field on Friday. So bottom of the sixth. You know, the 45s would love to scratch a couple of insurance runs. But these big teams, man, they're like vampires, man. You got to put a stake through their heart. Light them on fire and then expose them to sunlight. Otherwise, they keep coming back. So here's Jeff Mastari. Let's see if they go back to taking pitches. No, Jeff goes right to work and hits it toward the gap. Curtis gets on it. Mastari's going to slide in with a double. So here come the 45s now.
Hey, Chris, right now. Light one up. Nobody. Nobody, Jeff.
So Eric Netzella re-entered for Brian Sloan, who did hit.
Down,
And that ball is down. Mastari's going to score, and the 45s get a little insurance. Brings up Jimmy Moretti.
Come on, Jim.
The 45s closing this game out hard.
Ready, Nick?
I think Eric might have been trying to hit Jimmy's bat. Jimmy does that once in a while. And there he just throws it in front of Curtis, and he gets past him. Second time in the game, Moretti has hit a ball that bounced in front and over Curtis Ostrom. And that scores another run to make it 18-14.
Own him. Tell him when he gets in the zone. He'll be so pissed.
And that brings up Marola. Still nobody out here. 45's trying to put another big inning together.
First clean hit of the day. Nice job. What about the one? What about the homer?
And here's Marola.
Jimmy, you know how it is. It's an E in the book.
Flipped on the right field line. Ball up the middle. Flip was an accident.
So 45's up 4 here. And there's a high fly ball. That will score Moretti from third. Easy jog in. Marola does his job. And they expand to a 5-run lead. So they were down 14-5. And they've scored 14 straight runs in this game. One out now, nobody on. And Haas drives it, and Bartleman makes the catch. He's a solid outfielder for a young kid. He brings up Villarreal.
Hey, make sure you like Brandon.
Here comes Nate Mercado.
Got it!
And you know, both teams only playing their second game. First one didn't have the emotion, and there's Villarreal, another hit. Didn't have the emotion, but this game's been a roller coaster. Even though it's only 2 games, they're gonna feel this if the score holds. They'll feel this about an hour after the game, when all that adrenaline is out of the system. Here's Larry Downs. I was going to say, I don't ever recall seeing Larry hit with a hat on. It's like he kind of remembered. And then he took it off.
Hey, let's go, fellas. Get the out.
And Downs slaps another hit. Villarreal hustling to third. Now the ball gets away and Downs fell down.
Why am I out? Why am I out? Hey, Donnie, let me out.
So Larry thinks he ran into a guy. So he thinks he got obstructed, and they're going to talk about it. Villarreal did not score on the play. He stayed at third. Take it easy, Danny.
I was on my way. Watch this shit. I gotta stay in the basement.
We were both running at the same time.
So they're going to call him out. And I think that's Mike Greco. I don't know if you heard him. He said, well, I was just running after the ball, and both were in the same spot. And so do or die,
Okay, guys.
top of the 7th here.
Put it back on him. Let's go.
Stay up now. Come on, Don. Come on, Don. Hey, let's have an inning, guys.
Do or die, top of the 7th. X needs 5 to continue, 6 to take a lead. Anything less, and the 45s will be the 2025 Midsummer Classic champs. Donnie Sullivan in the top. And you guys are going to laugh at me, but
Come on, Donnie. Come on, Donnie.
Israel Sanchez, even though he's given up 14, has actually pitched a pretty good game. He's in the middle of that big 12-run inning. His defense wasn't helping him.
Good job. Out of bounds. Go.
Nate could not backhand it. Leadoff man on. I think I'm starting to cramp up. So it brings up Curtis Ostrom. If you're the 45s, you're just chasing outs. You can't worry. You got good speed in Sullivan and good speed in Ostrom, so you got to know what you're doing with the ball here. That's going to be way out of play.
Say a little back, Kurt. Find some track.
Mark Holstein and Al Rice waiting here. And there's a soft fly ball. Chuck Regaldo makes the catch for out number 1.
Stay up. Stay up. Stay up. Come on,
And that brings up Mark Holstein. And Mark back to Israel. He looked at second, but then he thought better of it. Just made the play. You don't care about Sullivan. And it brings up Al Rice. So the 45's now 1 out away from a championship. All those struggles about Sunday in the rearview mirror, trying to hold on here. And Al hits a, this should do it. Chuck is there. And the 45s win the 2025 Midsummer Classic. They gave up 12 in the top of the 5th, and they came back with 11 in the bottom of the 5th, and they win the title. Tremendous job there by the 45s. They didn't hang their head. And as much as we love you all, there will be no free softball in Melrose Park tonight. So we'll be taking pictures and find out who the MVP is. Pat Caputo, Francisco Arenas coming out to the field. We'll get a few words from Israel Sanchez. And I'll see if I can grab Israel Sanchez. Is he? Is?
No, don't ask him.
No, I'm not asking him.
No, I'm not.
I got a couple of quick questions for you. Have you ever been involved with a crazier 5th inning than that?
That was, that's a game of softball. You have to play the inning, and, a couple of things happen. Happened to other teams when we were playing them, so it happened to us this inning. We just battled back and did what we had to get back in the game, and that was perfect. This is why these guys always battle back, so it's a great team we got here.
Well, the good news is you laid the ghost to rest, baby. You can win on Sundays.
Yes, sir. Sunday's gone now, so we move forward from here, all right? So tell everybody, hopefully we'll be able to play on Sundays now.
All right, there you go. Izzy Sanchez. They're going to go take the picture, and we'll find out who the MVP is, and we'll grab a few words. And let's see who's going to take the picture here. Francisco Arenas is taking the team picture. Heck's already got their picture, their trophy, their payout. And that's nice. The SSA banner there, 45's a happy group. One of the craziest innings I've ever seen. And there's Kelly Patton's brother. And now we'll find out who the MVP is.
Great tournament. As usual for the 45s. Way to battle, way to come out, give 100%. And we have one more award to give. And I'm sure this is going to be the first of many. This year's MVP, Midsummer 2025, Jeff Mastari.
Jeff Mastari, the 2020
Fucking swing it, kid. Way to swing it. Hey, let it be. Let it be.
Midsummer Classic. Jeff, can we get a picture of you, Jeff? Where did Francisco go?
Right here.
Francisco, take a picture, and then I'll get a few words with Jeff.
Hold up the flag so we can get a picture.
Yeah, here. Look here, Jeff.
Thanks.
Well, make sure you get Jeff in the picture.
I was faster.
So how do you feel, Jeff? Yeah, was that the craziest fifth inning that they ever played it?
We almost gave it away, and then we came back and came in and hit. It was a great comeback by us.
Well, you missed a couple of weeks with tendonitis, and when you first got back, hitting a lot of fly balls, but man, it looks like you're locked back in now.
Yeah, I'm feeling much better. My shoulder's feeling good. I like the warm too, so that makes it a little bit looser and easier to swing. So yeah.
All right, any final thoughts on your ball club this weekend?
Oh, we did great. We stuck together even when we gave that inning away like that. We came back and hit. It was awesome.
There you go. And there's Izzy Sanchez.
Yeah, great job.
He's going to take a picture with the MVP. So we hope you enjoyed the coverage. Jeff Mastari, of course, his dad is a 45 legend, Frank Mastari, and he showed that good genes there, and he is one of the up-and-coming players in 16-inch softball. He got the big 3-run homer that really put the exclamation point on that crazy fifth inning. So on behalf of the SSA, the whole crew here, we'd like to thank all of you who came out to the park, participated in the tournament. Thank you, Veterans Park District, Joe Serpico, and Richie Orico in particular. Everybody fantastic. And we'd like to just say thank you. We love you all, and we will talk to you soon. Draw tomorrow for the A No Glow.